Welcome in to anybody who may be in here. We'll get started here shortly. This is a different time than I normally run things on a different day, but we're going to give it a whirl. We got some Nintendo stuff, so I thought, you know what? We'll go ahead and get some Nintendo stuff on the block. Add to stream. Giveaway. All right, I'm going to start a giveaway. I guess let's do something fun. What do we got? We got this really cool... You know what? Let's do this Tom Brady card. We'll do this really cool Tom Brady card as the first giveaway of the night. I don't know where my giveaway stand went. Here it is. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me. Home Gabe, how are you doing? We got some games that we're going to be throwing out here tonight. All sorts of really great ones. The gold label Zelda. We've got Pokemon Snap. We've got Pokemon Stadium. We've got Super Mario 64. Donkey Kong 64. And just a whole bunch of other really great games, including some fun accessories for various systems. But for right now, just to get it started, let's go and create an auction item. Duplicate. Edit item. $2. We'll start some games at $2. We have some cheaper games that we can throw out there here tonight. I'm just going to check the shipping on it, make sure it's solid. Yep. Alright, let's start off with, how about Assassin's Creed Black Flag? Assassin's Creed Black Flag. A really fun game. All the Assassin's Creed games were a lot of fun. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. That is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Hey, welcome in over on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Alright, no worries. How about this guy? Did I put an ad up for this? I did not. Duplicate. Move to stage. Alright. Up next, we have Monsters vs. Aliens and Nintendo DS. This is complete in box. Hey, thank you so much, Liam. This is Monsters vs. Aliens. This is a complete in-box game. Come on over to dibdit.com, dibdit.com. This is Monsters vs. Aliens, complete in-box for the Nintendo DS. Alright, no worries. Let's grab another game. Need for Speed Undercover. Need for Speed Undercover. Second Love, thank you so much for joining me here tonight. Move to stage. Edit item. $2. It's kind of an off day that we're running this, but we're here. Need for Speed Undercover for the Xbox 360. That is Need for Speed Undercover for the Xbox 360. Let me move some lights and get some more lighting here. Oh, Lord. There we go. All right, Need for Speed's going to hang out a little while longer. Not a problem. How about Need for Speed Hot Pursuit for the Xbox 360? Need for Speed Hot Pursuit for the Xbox 360. That is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit for the Xbox 360. We do have a whole bunch of N64 games as well. Many of them are in the market. You can place pre-bids. Welcome if you are in on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining here tonight. All right, no worries. We're going to roll down the list of these. Here's a good one. Call of Duty 3. This is a Call of Duty 3 for the original Xbox. This is Call of Duty 3 for the original Xbox. Nice. That's wonderful. That's awesome. Yeah, that was a cool card to come across amongst all of the cards that I have found. I still got a lot of Pokemon. We could run some Pokemon too after a little bit. In fact, let me see if I have any right here in front of me. Most of this is sports. There's something. A Lunatone. Everything's mixed up still a little bit. Those are all sports. Let's see what's in here. More sports. Lots of sports. There's an Umbreon. Oh, there's some Pokemon mixed in this box as well. Oh boy. Let's see what's in here. We've got a Palmy, a King Gambit, a Phalanx. Yeah, we got a few. Alright, here, let's do this. Duplicates. Edit item. $3 for the Palmy. That is a Palmy number 226. I'm not exactly sure what set this is out of. That is a Palmy. Let me move this light. That is a very lovely Palmy. No worries. Next up, we have a King Gambit. I think this is one of the cooler cards. This is a King Gambit number 130. A very cool looking card, in my opinion. King Gambit number 130. Hey, Keith, how you doing, buddy? How are you tonight? That is a King Gambit. All right, no worries. How about a Phalanx? That is a Phalanx. Super duper cool. Oh, not too bad. The N64 games are down there if you want to see an N64 game. We were running games a minute ago, and they were not very popular. So, but here, how about we run an N64 game now? Let's run Star Wars. I don't think I put this up for pre-bids. No. Duplicate. All right, here we go. Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer. Super cool game. Very clean. Very, very clean. Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer. Very fun. This is one of the more, I don't know, I really enjoyed the pod racing games. And there have been many. All right, DT Reselling. That is going on to you. Let me grab a box for you. DT Reselling, taking home the first N64 game of the night. Very nice. All right. Let me see about the next one here. Up next, we're going to run a Bug's Life duplicate. Run them all. Well, we'll run the best of my ability. I will do what I can. This is a Bug's Life. The label on this is not great. But still a very popular game nonetheless. This is another one that I played a whole bunch when I was younger. But this is a Bug's Life for the N64. We do have an N64 as well that is in the shop. If you are interested in getting an N64, that would be a good time to pick one up. DT Reselling, taking that down as well. All right. Here, let's do this. None of the other games have pre-bids on them. So what we'll do is I'll move Pokemon Snap to the stage, and we'll try to run it. It's super clean, very, very lovely title, and it can be yours. This is Pokemon Snap. I do not come across Pokemon games for N64 very often. This is a pretty cool one. I believe loose like this, it's a $20 game. Complete in box, it's quite a bit more. So if you have the box and the other stuff, it's a great addition to that. Nice. DT Reselling. Taking that down as well. Okay, let's grab... Move to Sage. We'll do Super Mario 64 next. All these games work. They were tested earlier today, including the system. This is Super Mario 64. The label on this is a little rough, so you'd probably want to replace the label. That is something that's pretty easy to do. Super Mario 64. It's a pretty valuable title, actually. If you look them up on price charting, I don't remember what this one goes for, but it's not too bad. I think it's like $28 or something. Super Mario 64. This is a very beautiful game. Yes, progressive shipping is still on from Saturday. DT Reselling taking that down as well. Nice. You're going to pick up all the games here tonight. It'll be your night for the games. All right, Pokemon Stadium up next. Hold on. Let me actually run Donkey Kong 64 next. Where be it? Move to stage. All right, here we go. This is Donkey Kong 64. This is a very lovely game and pretty valuable too, actually. Donkey Kong 64, it does have the yellow cartridge, which I think is really cool. A lot of the older games had the more strange colored cartridges, including the gold Zelda that we have down there, which is a pretty awesome game, if you ask me. There are variations of that game. We got lucky and got the gold collector's edition version. That's this guy right here. This is the gold collector's edition of Zelda. Yeah, I think they're $87 loose like this. And again, this does work flawlessly, and it's a super clean. It's in really, really great condition. Of all the games, I was happy to see the label on this one was as clean as it was. But this is Zelda Ocarina of Time Gold cartridge, the collector's edition. Super duper nice. Nice DT Reselling. Taking that down as well. And you might take down the final game of the N64 lot. This is Pokemon Stadium. Another fantastic game. This was one of my favorites when I had an N64. This and Perfect Dark. I don't know if you played Perfect Dark, but Perfect Dark was a lot of fun. This is Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon Stadium, really cool. And someone did not write their name on the part where it says this game pack belongs to. So you have the opportunity to jot your name down right there. Nice. DT Reselling, taking that down too. All right, we'll run another N64 accessory. This is an expansion pack. And they are, from what I was seeing, $49.99 is about what these go for. I was really happy to see that the N64 had this and other things to go with it. And I decided to break them up in case somebody didn't have this and they already had an N64. I was really tempted to keep the N64 because it's so cool, but I do already have one. And all right, nice. DT Reselling, taking that down as well. We also, you know what, let's just run the N64 real quick and see if there's any. And in fact, let's do this. Let's drop it down. I'm going to drop it down to a really reasonable price just because. Why not? Move to stage. All right, we're going to run the N64 next. I'm going to try to pull it up here so you can see it. It does come with one controller and all of the power cords and a AV cable to get it hooked up. It is a lovely N64 system, including a controller, and there's also this little like extension thing, so there's that as well. So there you go, a lovely N64 system or console, plus the cables, the power cable, and the AV cable. Really awesome. I was hoping I have another N64 deal that I'm working on, and that one's going to be a much bigger lot with some really high value games. DT Reselling, taking that down as well. Thank you so much. Let me get a box for this because it's a little bigger. There we go. And I'll set this off over here with your games in there. Very nice. Conker's Bad Fur Day. I'll keep an eye out because the lot that I'm buying, it's got like 200 N64, SNES, and NES games, and there's a lot of really strange ones in there. Speaking of strange games, look at this one. It's an Xbox game. $80. Oh wow, yeah. Well, I'll definitely keep an eye out. Oh, here, let's run the action replay real quick. These things tend to be pretty popular. Price charting has this specific action replay at $59.99 right now, and there are eBay listings sold to match that. But you could have it for 35, or I could even lower the cost toward the end of the show if it doesn't run. KC Cards, how are you doing? All right, here, let's do this. Let's have some fun. Edit item. Let's be crazy. $5. Action replay, $5. Why not? Let's let someone have it for a good deal, or you guys can battle it out in the trenches. This is an action replay. When I looked it up, this specific one, this style was $59.99 on price charting, which I did go on. Gotta go, man. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, I am gonna run another show, and then I'm gonna run a card show as well. I have like maybe 20,000 sports cards and another 10,000 Pokemon cards that I've got to do something with. Home game, nice. Let me grab a. Actually, you still have a box. Hold on. Home game with the Bo Jackson card. Oh, nice. All right, let's grab this random game that I found. We're gonna run these strange ones. Duplicate. No, not notify buyers. No. Remove from stage. Edit item. Delete. I love it when I duplicate the wrong item. Move to stage. Edit item. To $2. There we go. We do have a working Xbox 360 there as well, guys, so keep an eye on that. This is Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. That is maybe the strangest game that we found. A super odd original Xbox game. And I think it's a really, really cool title. If I had an Xbox collection, this would be one that I'd hang on to, just because it's such a strange one. Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. It's such a cool. It's complete in box. It has the pamphlet and the game, and dusty old finds. Let me grab your box. Dusty old finds. I am going to be trickling in a whole bunch of, that's what I was going to do. Everyone who buys tonight is going to get one of these YouTuber action figures. So I'm going to tossing these in the boxes now while I'm remembering it. There we go. I have like 100 of those, and I have to do something with them. So might as well just move them on down the road. All right, Fable 2. This is Fable 2 for the Xbox 360. This is a very, very nice game. It is complete in box. This is Fable 2 for the Xbox 360. This is a classic Xbox 360 game. My wife introduced me to Fable, and I'm so glad she did. It's one of my favorite games of all time. All right, no worries. You know what? We'll set that over there with the Xbox. We have Borderlands 2. Start auction. Borderlands 2 for the Xbox 360. This is Borderlands 2 for the Xbox 360. Please ping me when you have scheduled a card show. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of great cards we're going to run on that day. Autos, patch pieces. Borderlands 2, Xbox 360. No worries. All right, Battlefield Bad Company 2, complete inbox. Battlefield Battle Company 2, Bad Company 2. I don't know. Battlefield Bad Company 2 Ultimate Edition for the Xbox 360. A very lovely game. Battlefield Bad Company 2 Ultimate Edition for the Xbox 360. We do have an Xbox 360. Perhaps we shall run it. You know what? Let's run the Xbox 360 next. Move to stage. All right, let's do this guy. It is an Xbox 360 Slim. It does work. I was playing it. I was playing some Fable. And we'll run it here now. It does come with the power cable, an AV cable, and a controller. And it does work. It is in great condition, and it can be yours for only $35. I think Price Charting has them at like 80 right now, so not a bad deal. A great gift if you know somebody that's into Xbox 360, or if you need a testing console. Okay, we'll put this off to the side. Maybe I'll give this to my wife, actually. Maybe she would enjoy it. All right, let's grab this guy. Let's do a random item. Move to stage. Duplicate. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Okay, well, we'll grab something to put in there at that point. Here we go. We'll do this DS game. Nintendo DS Monsters vs. Aliens. Complete inbox. Nintendo DS Monsters vs. Aliens. Complete inbox. All right, no worries. Edit item. All right, we're going to do this guy next. It is a leftover from the Saturday show. Rudy Ragtop, an inbox, completely sealed Chevron car. These are going for around $20 on the Bay, and you can have it for only $5. A very lovely Rudy Ragtop Chevron car, complete inbox, sealed up. All right, no worries. I'm going to grab some more of these games. We also have this guy still. It is a vintage die-cast toy. The last one of these that sold on eBay sold for $119. And you could have it for quite a bit less than that. It is sealed in the package. I just put it in there to try to protect it a little bit. The last one that sold was a red one, and it sold for, like I said, over $100. These you can find on Price or Worth Point. You can find sales of these. All right, no worries. Let me set that off to the side. Let's grab these Mickey and Minnie dolls and run them together. Duplicate. Here we go. These vintage stamped Walt Disney Productions little hand puppet dolls. They are Mickey and Minnie. They are vintage and quite nice, if you ask me. They are strange, eclectic, and very old. These are a Mickey and Minnie official Walt Disney little hand doll things. Super duper cool. Kind of strange, though. I do understand. All right, no worries. We're going to set those over there for now. We have this. It is a... I can't for the life of me remember what. I think it's for a Sega. But it's a joystick. Edit item. And we'll put it right there. It is a vintage joystick, I believe, for a Sega system. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm almost positive that's what it is. It is a quick shot little joystick for, I believe, a Sega Genesis, but I could be wrong. I don't have a Genesis to compare it to right now. And I'm not perfect. No worries. How about we run Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for the Xbox 360. This is Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the Xbox 360. That is Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the Xbox 360. That's Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the Xbox 360. A very lovely Call of Duty game. All right, no worries. Let's run Fable 2. We tried Fable 3, and nobody wanted it. How about Fable 2? This is Fable 2 complete inbox for the Xbox 360. That is Fable 2 complete inbox for the Xbox 360. And it can be yours for only $3. That is Fable 2 for the Xbox 360. Where'd the other Fable game go? I'm going to put these with the Xbox. We'll run that again later. All right, how about Halo Reach? This is a fantastic game. Everyone loves Halo games. Halo Reach complete inbox with the manual and the game and the box. That is Halo Reach. Halo Reach. You can reach for the heavens with Halo Reach, and it can be yours for only $3. What a fantastic deal. Halo Reach for the Xbox 360. No takers, no worries. All right, Fallout 3. This is a fantastic game, and with the new Fallout TV show coming out, Everyone's going to want to play Fallout again. This is Fallout 3 for the Xbox 360 complete in box. The box does have a little bit of damage on the top, but the disc does work and the manual is clean. So, not too bad. You can swap the box out. Fallout 3 for the Xbox 360. That is Fallout 3. No worries. Borderlands 2 duplicate. I'm sorry, Borderlands 1 for the Xbox 360, and this is a complete in-box edition. Borderlands 1 for the Xbox 360. That is a very beautiful Borderlands 1 for the Xbox 360. We'll take a break from these video games. I got a few more over here, too. Obviously, the Nintendo were the fun ones, but let's jump back into Pokemon for a minute. Let's run a little lot. Duplicate. Edit item. Hold on, I gotta figure out the value on all of this in 2 seconds so that I can run it. It's 9. Okay. It's over $20 in Pokemon cards, and you can get it for quite a bit less than that. This is a very beautiful set. You get the Excadrill full art, the Phalanx full art, the Umbreon, the Lunatone, the King Gambit, and the Palmy. All of these can be yours. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. A little over $2 per card. Average of $4 in value per card. All right, no worries. We'll set those off to the side for now. Let's grab some sports cards because we don't run those often enough. Let's do a little sports card lot. Duplicate. Edit item. What I'm going to do is start it at $2. I'm going to put several cards out there. And every bid that we get, we'll add some cards to it. So we're going to do a mix of Pokemon and sports cards. We're going to do some rookie cards. And we're going to do some Prism cards. Probably some numbered stuff. Just to have some fun. So we're going to start off with these 3 cards here. It is a Palmy. The Palmy by itself is worth $4, and then you have the other cards to toss in there with it. Might as well have some fun. Palmy, a rookie Kenneth Walker 3 refractor, I don't know. And then a Jaden Daniels rookie card. Every bid, I will toss in another, whatever card is next to me. We'll start it off with that even. Oh, somebody decided they wanted it. All right, well, that's 2 bids. So there's a Ben Roethlisberger refractor insert as well. Another bid, and I will toss in another card. All right, no worries. Dusty old finds. You're going to get all of these very beautiful cards to go home with you. Where's your box? Right here. Nice. All right, let's do that again. Let's do it with... We got a Stephen Curry, so we'll do these 2 right here. Duplicate. A Stephen Curry Dominance Prism card and an Isaac Okoro rookie card. Both of those very beautiful cards. And they can be yours. We've sold some really high value sports cards without knowing it to some people, and they were pretty happy with it. So hopefully we can do that again here. All right, no worries. Let's move over here. I got more. Oh, there's a fun one. Edit item. I'm going to run this guy for $5. It is an unknown from 2001. It is a very, very clean card, and it can be yours. We might even, we'll toss in a Phalanx too. Might as well, right? Let's do 2 cards. The Phalanx and the unknown holo from 19 something. All right, no worries. Let's set that aside. Let's grab, you know what? I got something. Let's run this guy. Edit item. I'm going to run it at what I would consider to be a pretty good deal if you know what it is. It is a Rayquaza EX number 123. There is a little bit of edge damage on that side. That is why I'm running it for well below the value of, I believe, $187 right now. That is a Rayquaza EX. Honestly, I was thinking about sending it in to just try to get a pop 1. I think that'd be really cool in a grade 1. But yeah, in a ungraded condition, it's like $187, I believe. But it does have that little bit of damage. No worries. How about duplicate, edit item. I will run this guy. Here we go. The Umbreon from Celebrations. A very beautiful card. Pretty clean. Oh, the giveaway is running. Let's make sure to get that. It's a Tom Brady card going to Keith. Keith, I don't think you have a box yet, but I'll toss it into a giveaway bag for you. All right, no worries. Let's toss up. Oh, here's a fun one. Give me 2 seconds. Let me grab a top loader for this. All right, this is Kadabra 84. I'm going to duplicate this and drop the price all the way down to $3. What a deal. This is Kadabra number 84. I don't remember if this... I don't remember what set this is from. Expedition, maybe? Skyridge looks similar to that. I have a hard time knowing all of the differences, to be honest. That is a Kadabra... Very, very beautiful card. Melise, let me grab your box. Okay, we got more. There's more in here than I realized, even. There's a Marshadow. Let's put a Marshadow up. All right, this is Marshadow. Let's get it up. I'm going to start it at $8. It is a $17 card, ungraded. That is a Marshadow. A very, very beautiful card. A Marshadow. Really, really pretty. That is a Marshadow. Featuring Pikachu. Oh, you're right. I didn't even notice Pikachu at the bottom of that card. That is really pretty, actually. That's a cool way to incorporate it. Nice, Melise. All right, let me grab this Riolu. Who doesn't love a good Riolu number 215? Oh, dang. That's actually a fairly valuable card. We'll run it at $8. It is ungraded, a $20 card. That is a Riolu. That is a really cool card. In a PSA 10, it's $290. It's not centered well, but it is still a beautiful card. It looks in very, very great condition as well. So that is a very wonderful Riolu. A super cool looking card, in my opinion. I love the colors, the contrast, everything on there is just amazing. Home Gabe taking that down. Nice. Okay. We got some Pikachus. And some Mews. Can't sell any of those. All right, well, let me grab my binder. I've got top loaders right here, so we we can go through the binders here, and if anyone sees something that they want, then shout it out. I'll just pull out some cards that I think are better, and we'll run those. Oh, there's some cool ones on that. Misty's Water Command. There's a couple of... Do we have some Topps Chrome fans in the house? There's those gold Chrome cards. We have any interest in those? Do we have people that collect that kind of stuff? I get desperate when I can't find Pokemon, and I duplicate, edit item. We'll do both of them for, I think it's $2 a piece. I believe that the Carl Fredrickson one is quite a bit more valuable than that by itself, but correct me if I'm wrong. Those are two Disney Chrome gold lava, I don't know, gold something cards. I think they're really cool, but I will keep them. All right, let's grab this binder and let's see if there's any. You guys just tell me if you see anything on the page, and we will pull it out. The Pikachu V is a really cool card. Don't come across that a lot. The rest of these are just kind of EX cards. And then on this side, we have some more V cards, and then some EX, some full arts, some great tusks. We got the Alolan Vulpix. I think it's a pretty cool card. We also have the Alolan Vulpix V-Star somewhere. We have a Lugia V-Star. It's a pretty sick card. Let's grab that out. Let's see if there's any interest in that. I think that's one of the cooler cards in this set. And I will grab a top loader to put it in. Okay. This is the Lugia V-Star. Duplicate. Edit item. I'm going to put it down at $3. That is a very beautiful Lugia V-Star number 139. A super cool looking card. Very nice V-Star card. That is the Lugia V-Star. Not a promo either, which is nice. A lot of the times the Lugia cards, there's a lot of promo Lugia cards. All right, no worries. We'll set that one down. Let's go a little further. We have all of these trainer cards. If anyone's looking for a specific trainer card, we do have a lot of those. And we have... Here, how about we do this? Let's run Kamado, the rainbow card. There we go. We'll just leave it at $3. Why not? Let's be wacky, inflatable arm-floating tubeman. This is the Rainbow Kamado Trainer card. Super duper cool. A very, very interesting card in very, very good condition. This is the Rainbow Kamado Trainer card. Super duper cool. Kamado Trainer card. All right, no worries. Let's see what else we have in here that might be of interest. We got a Flygon EX. Those are always a fun card to send down the road. Let's duplicate, and we'll do both of these. The Flygon EX and the Kamado Rainbow. Outbitter's here. Welcome in, Outbitter. The Kamado Rainbow and the Flygon EX. Super duper cool looking cards, especially for $1.50 a piece. Not too shabby. A Flygon EX and a Kamado. All right, we'll set those down. What else do we have in here? Lots of stuff. Ah, yes, this guy. Let's try that guy. I think someone's going to like him. All right, up next, we've got the Alolan or Munchlax. Actually, I think there's a Snorlax in here, yeah. Restart auction. This is a Alolan Vulpix V-Star. It's actually a pretty sick card. This is the Alolan Vulpix V-Star. Really, really cool looking. Try to get that light better. Don't fall on my hand, Mr. Light. Okay, that's not gonna work. Nice. Melise taking that down. Very nice. Snorlax, you say, or Munchlax. Let me look. I thought there was a Snorlax in here. There's a couple of pages of vintage. Oh, here we go. Here's a fun one. Let me put that aside while I keep looking for a Snorlax. I think we might have sold the Snorlax SIR that we had on Saturday. But let me look. There's a Persian. That ain't it. Hacienda. No, unfortunately. Let me check the vintage binder. We might have a vintage. Oh, yeah, right there. There we go. How about a 2012 Snorlax? Let me get that into a penny sleeve. That is a Snorlax from Pokemon Crown Zenith. That can't be right. Crown Zenith wasn't. Never mind. I'm completely wrong. Boundaries crossed. Boundaries crossed. Let me grab a top loader for that. All right, a Snorlax. We'll just put it up for $1. I never do cards for $1, but we'll do it for $1. There we go. It's off. That is a Snorlax. A very cool little Snorlax card. It is from 2012, which is Pokemon Boundaries Crossed set, which is pretty cool. The reverse holo of this is a more valuable card than this, but this is still a $2.50 card by itself. Ungraded, which you do with that as you will. Brr! Brr! Oh, gosh. Brr. B-E-R. Nice. All right, up next, we're going to run... Need to find another top loader real quick. There we go. This Gengar is sick. I love it. It was going to stay in my collection, but then I found two. So the first one gets to go down the road. It's Gengar number 40, for what it's worth. Gengar number 40. It is GL 40. It is from the set Rising Rivals. Damn, the lights just went absolutely bonkers right there. You can't see anything. Let me turn this. Hello. There we go. That should actually help. Any more Nintendo games? I think the only Nintendo game we have left. I'll run it here. Hold on. Because I'm feeling generous. We'll run it for $1. This is complete inbox Nintendo DS Monsters vs. Aliens. Nintendo DS Monsters vs. Aliens complete inbox. That is a complete inbox Monsters vs. Aliens for the Nintendo DS. The other Nintendo games all sold really quickly. Monsters vs. Aliens for the Nintendo DS going to Dusty Old Finds. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Duplicate, edit item. I gotta see $5 out of this. It's what I would like for it. It is worth over $7 ungraded. I kind of want to keep it, and it's really nice. It is the Gengar number 40. It is from Pokemon Rising Rivals. In a PSA 10, it is a $161 card. Super duper cool looking. It's one of my favorite Gengars that I've come across. And it can be yours if you so choose. Oh, looks like someone does want to take it. There you go. It's going with Burr. We got a lot of cool cards we can go through here tonight. Burr. This entire binder is packed full of vintage. Like, we could go page for page and just pull out vintage cards like crazy. Brock's Geodudes. Anything you can imagine. Let's keep going over here, though. What else do we have in here? Let's see if there's anything really good. I pulled out cards, but I keep finding new ones. I found a several $100 Espeon the other day. Here we go. How about a Grunt Pig from 2005? I'm actually buying another collection soon, and that collection is going to have base set Charizard and a whole bunch of other amazing cards. Let me find a top loader for this and duplicate. Edit item. There we go. $1 Grunt Pig from 2005. I'm gonna grab a top loader for it. Grunt Pig from 2005 from Pokemon Deoxys. We'll put it in a top loader if someone buys it. Otherwise, I'll put it back in the binder here in a moment. Grunt Pig. I know it's a strange one. Should have gone with a better Pokemon. Okay, how about we have some original Jinx? Does anybody want a Jinx from base set? Let's grab a Jinx from base set. Duplicate. Remember Snap. I don't... The buyer, Snap? The gold buyer? That is a base set Jinx from the year 1999, Wizards of the Coast. That is a base set Jinx from the year 1999, Wizards of the Coast. All right, no worries. We'll set that down there. We have a lot of pages to go through here. Some other unknowns. There we go. Let's grab... Here we go. Unknown number 39. This is from the year 2000. Neo Revelations. Duplicate. Start auction. That is unknown from the year 2000. Wizards of the Coast. That is unknown from the year 2000. Wizards of the Coast. A very cool, very vintage Pokemon card. That is unknown. All right, no worries. Let's see what else we have in here. We have some Coughings, a Slowbro. Let's do a Slowbro. Slowbro from Fossil. Let's do a Slowbro from Fossil. Slowbro from 1999, Wizards of the Coast. And we'll put it with a Jinx. We'll do both of them. Jinx from base set and a Slowbro from Fossil set. That is two very lovely vintage Pokemon cards, and they can be yours for only 50 cents a piece. All right, no worries. Let's set those down. Let's go back to one of the big binders that have the better cards in them. Yeah, there we go. How about this Espeon? All right, up next, we have an Espeon number 48. Espeon number 48. Espeon number 48. Duplicate. Espeon number 48, a very beautiful card. And if it gets an bid, we will toss it in a top loader. If not, that's fine too. That is an Espeon number 48. A very cool Espeon number 48. All right, no worries. We'll set that down as well. Let's veer away from Pokemon for a bit. Oh. All right, let's grab some more of these video games, or we do have some more sports cards we didn't run. Let's see if there's any more interest in the sports cards. About a Sean Kemp rookie card for only $1. A Sean Kemp rookie card. That is his rookie card for only $1. A Sean Kemp rookie card. All right, let's set that down and go back to video games for a little bit. All right, up next, Need for Speed Most Wanted. Need for Speed Most Wanted for the Xbox 360. That is Need for Speed Most Wanted for the Xbox 360. Need for Speed Most Wanted for the Xbox 360. A wonderful Xbox 360 game. We have a bunch of Xbox 360 games and an Xbox 360 system that does work. Outbidder, let me grab your box. Also, as stated earlier, everyone who buys something tonight is going to receive one of these sealed YouTuber toys. So there you go. That's going in your box, Outbidder. We still got to put one in Burr's box. So Burr, this is going in yours. That's the professor. It's a YouTuber. And then we've got one for Melise. Melise, you're going to get that guy. And who else? That's it for now. If you bought on Saturday, you'll have to buy again to get that. All right, we're going to duplicate. I'm going to put this out there. This is a pretty cool item. It's Crackdown for Xbox 360. It is complete in box. The cool thing about it is it was purchased by an employee of the Microsoft company. You can see all of this right here, and it was bought at a Microsoft company store. I think that's just a cool item you never see or come across. It is a pretty cool game as well, and it's complete in box, so it's nice. But that is a cool little sticker thing that's on there. It is a company store. It has even the employee's number on there, in case that matters to you. That is a Crackdown for the Xbox 360 with that very cool Microsoft company store purchased sticker right there. Dusty Old Finds, thank you so much. Let me grab your box. It's right there. All right, Fallout New Vegas. Duplicate. Fallout New Vegas for the Xbox 360. That is a very fantastic game. If you haven't played Fallout New Vegas, you're definitely missing out. The Fallout games were all very fantastic. I loved each and every one of them. And I've been enjoying the new show that is on Amazon streaming near you. The season 2 is coming out very soon. Walton Goggins is in it. He's a fantastic actor. Outbidder, very nice. Thank you so much. Outbidder taking that down. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Duplicate. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the Xbox 360. And what else can we put with it just for fun? How about The Voice, I Want You? We're going to throw in a PS3 copy of The Voice, I Want You, to go with it. We got a couple of throw-in games that we're going to add to some game lots to have some fun here. Outbidder taking that down as well. Nice. Let's do Halo Reach, and we'll toss in NBA 2K13 to go with it. There we go. You're going to get Halo Reach Complete Inbox, Halo Reach Complete Inbox for the Xbox 360, and NBA 2K13 for the Xbox 360. The Halo game is the more valuable of the two, but maybe you're a basketball fan as well. That is 2 Xbox 360 games at only $1 a piece. All right, we'll set those down there. Let me grab Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Assassin's Creed Black Flag for the Xbox 360. And for that, we will toss in Disney's Sing It Pop Hits for the Wii. That is Disney's Sing It Pop Hits for the Wii and Assassin's Creed Black Flag. All right, no worries. Let's set that down for now. Let's do this. 10. I'm going to do a little lot here. Edit item. All right, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. 10 games, and there you go. You get all 10 of them. There's Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Heights, Need for Speed Undercover, and Fallout 3, Battlefield, Bad Company Ultimate Edition, Borderlands 2, Sing It, and Call of Duty 3 for the original Xbox. All of those, all 10 games. All 10 of them can be yours. Outbidder, I need a bigger box for you. Hold on. Okay. And there we go. And all of those are going to go in that box now. And I'm going to write your name on it. Outbidder. We're going to do a big card show over on Dipdit Cards in the coming days. Be on the lookout for that. Okay, let's do the last of these 3 games. We'll do all 3 of these. Duplicate, edit item. $3. There we go. All 3 of these. Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Halo Reach, and NBA 2K13. I think that's the last of the video games out here right now. Oh, there's those 2 Fable games, too. These 3 games, all 3 of them, NBA 2K13, Halo Reach, and Assassin's Creed, Black Flag. Black Flag is a pretty fantastic game, if you ask me, but I am partial. I do like Assassin's Creed games. Nice Outbidder taking those down as well. All right, let's do a lot of these. Let's see. There's $3, so we'll run 3 of them. It's 3 of these YouTuber sealed toys. So they're like figurines of YouTubers, and they are sealed in the little case there. You know what? We'll do 4 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them. So there's now 6 of these YouTuber toys. They are sealed toys. All right, no worries. These will go over here for now. Let's do this bucket of toys. All right, I'm going to start it at $5. And you're going to get all the toys that are in here. I'm just going to take out the non-toy items, such as the doorknobs. There's a little bit of jewelry. We'll leave the jewelry in there. Why not? A couple of bracelets, and then a necklace, and another. Okay, I guess there's another necklace in there. So all of these toys, you're going to get every one of them. There are several toys in here. Some Disney toys, some Batman, some Robin, some other really interesting toys, and various bits of jewelry as well. There's another little necklace. There's a bracelet. There are some other strange, like Star Wars toys. I'm not going to do the pen. I'm going to keep the pen. There's a Wonder Woman toy and a Flash toy. All right, no worries. We'll save that for another day. Another day. How about this random lot? I just found these. I don't know. They look all right. They're a little dirty on the front, but that's okay. I'll clean those up. We'll run those at another time. I don't want to sell those. All right, let's do random lots of Pokemon, large scale lots of Pokemon cards. So what I'm going to do is just grab a handful. I'm going to put it in a tin, and that'll be what you are getting. Multiple holos. There's even some. Oh, that's like a 2020. That's a cool card. A lot of Sword and Shield era stuff. A bunch of holos. We're going to set those inside of here. So you're going to get like, I don't know, that's over 50 cards probably. Duplicate. Over 50 cards in there, and we're going to toss in one of these sleeve packs. One of these very lovely packs of sleeves, an unopened pack of Pokemon sleeves, and 50 miscellaneous cards. Let me grab some guaranteed hollows to throw with it. Let's see. We got these three. Very cool. Put those in there. So about 50 cards plus the sleeves and the 10. All right, no worries. We'll set those aside for now. Let me grab, how about this guy? Duplicate, edit item, uno más. This very beautiful Torch Fun vintage toy light. It's a very cool little vintage toy light. I think it's pretty cool. Very, very neat. Let's run this guy again. I'll drop $10 more off of this. Take a screenshot of it and look it up. They are pretty cool items. Let's drop it down to $40. See if there's any biters. It is a pretty cool little toy. The last one that sold for over $100 on eBay. It is sealed. It is a die-cast by Play Art 1980s action figure. It's a cop on a police bike. And like I said, the last one that sold on eBay sold for, I think it was $108 or $118. I do not remember at this exact moment. All right, no worries. Let's set that down. Let me go grab something. I got something over here. All right, these are pretty cool, and they are fairly collectible, so I'm going to duplicate, edit item. I'm going to put it at $5. These are vintage Young Jedi collector cards. Believe it or not, they actually are fairly valuable. Some of them go for pretty good money, and these can be yours. All of them, I don't know, there's like at least 50, maybe 60 of them here. These are vintage, early 2000s Star Wars trading cards. All right, no worries. Let's go over here to the better sports cards that we have and run some of those. There we go. How about a Dan Marino vintage card, a duplicate, edit item. We're running at $1. A Dan Marino vintage base or a football card, and we will put it with. Wait, we'll grab something else here. This Chase Young rookie card. Both of those can be yours if you so choose so. All right, no worries. Here's what we're going to do. The giveaway earlier went to Keith. So, Keith, I'm going to get that into a package for you. We're going to do a quick rapid fire giveaway. Another giveaway to end the show, and then we're going to get out of here. Duplicate. Let's do. Hold on, we got something in here. Let's do one of these cool ones. We're going to do the Green Goblin 1990s Marvel superhero card. It's a super cool card. It's really, really clean, and it can be yours for very little. Why did the giveaway not start? There we go. Giveaway has started. We're going to pull it in like 5 seconds, and then we're going to get out of here for the night. This was just a quick little show because I did get some Nintendo stuff, and I wanted to make sure to get it out there. That is a very lovely Green Goblin. Okay, giveaway winner is... I'm going to get into a top loader for whoever wins this. Home Gabe taking that down. There you go. All right, Home Gabe. A little bit. Where's your box? Oh, it's in here. Hold on. Home Gabe's right there. Nice. All right, hey, thank you guys so much for joining me here tonight on this kind of pop-up show. We're going to do more of these throughout the week, as well as a big sports card and Pokemon card show coming up soon. We will see you guys on the next one. Make sure to show Breeze Flippers as much love as you can. We'll see you.